Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half acre homestead, and tonight I'm making fried cabbage and noodles with bratwurst, but I'm using dehydrated cabbage. I had an idea. Now I'm not going to be using egg noodles because I don't have any, but I've got salted water on here for my pasta. And I'm going to cook dehydrated cabbage with the pasta in the boiling water. I've tried it, it works wonders. But let's get on to our other stuff. Okay, first things first, we're going to take these pure pork smoked bratwurst. Oh, these are fully cooked. Someone said they use Cabbage for this, but these are fully cooked, so that's awesome. Actually, I may save a couple. I don't know, we'll see how many we get. Do you know these bratwursts are fully cooked, Howard? Yeah.
And they won't take long to cook.
No, they won't. But we're going to slice these up. I may not even use all of them. I may save one for a couple for another meal. We'll see. Daddy says more meat.
More meat is good.
More meat is good. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said that's 3 sausages per person. I'm going to start putting these into the skillet. We'll do up these last 2. You can, you know, this is something I think would be good for a poor man's hot supper, like a Clara from Depression era. You could do 2 of these and make a poor man's hot meal with potatoes and onions. But I think we deserve 3 sausages each, don't you, dear? So I'm going to slice up these 2 onions and drop them in there with that. Give them a shake down every once in a while. We got some oil in there. You don't want them too thin, but you want them like, you know, in slices so that they'll come apart kind of like noodles. Now, I'm going to put in a handful of spaghetti noodles. Now, I'm going to break these up. You can use egg noodles if you want, but this is what I have, okay? I'm going to break them up, drop them in that nice hot salted water. And we're going to drop in about 2 cups of dehydrated cabbage. I have red cabbage as well, but I'm going to be doing a lot of dehydrating cabbage this year because it seems to taste better and it has more variety. Freezing it was okay, but I froze it with the cores on, and that made the leaves more bitter. So we're going to turn this right down to simmer, put the lid back on it. This smells good, eh, dear? Now these are fully cooked, so we just basically want to cook the onions. You can cook these in butter, bacon fat. I just used a little bit of sunflower oil. We want to turn this up now, get things really sizzling. See, by boiling the noodles and the cabbage together, guys, you don't have to use fresh cabbage. And it always turns out exactly as cooked as much as the noodles. Do you want some peppers or mushrooms or anything in this, dear? Well, we'll just keep it simple. I had a couple of people tell me they wouldn't put peppers in it, so I could have probably used another onion in here. This is similar to Clara's hot dish, only we're using noodles and cabbage instead of potatoes. And we're using bratwurst fully cooked sausages instead of hot dogs. Noodles are almost done. I've added some onion powder and some garlic powder and now some pepper because these are salty enough. And we're going to go strain our noodles and our cabbage. Here's our noodles and cabbage. I'm just going to drop that in there and start searing that right in. And all that flavor from the onion and the sausage. We just kind of want to sear it, all that flavor into the noodles. Now I know this looks like a high-fat, high-carb meal. But believe it or not, half of these noodles is cabbage. So you're not seeing the vegetable, doesn't mean it isn't there. Get it all browned up. So you don't have to have egg noodles. If you don't have egg noodles and you can't make any or don't have time to make any, use pasta. There we go. How hungry are you, dear? Look. Damn it all. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, my darling. This is, remember the fried cabbage and noodles I made? Well, I realized if I boiled, dehydrated cabbage with the noodles, it cooked it in the same amount of time. So we've got cabbage, noodles, onions, and bratwurst sausage.
Fancy hot dogs.
They are very fancy hot dogs.
Very tasty.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna dehydrate a lot more cabbage this year.
Why not?
Why not, right? This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, yes, I'm gonna dehydrate a lot more cabbage this year because boiling it with the noodles comes out perfect every time. Take care, God bless. That's squeaking that quarter.